Tonight, we're also getting a sense of how Americans feel about the situation in Venezuela. A poll of more than 1,000 people conducted by the Washington Post finds Americans are nearly evenly split over the U.S. military operation that captured Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro. About 4 in 10 approve of sending forces. A similar number disapprove, and nearly 1 in 5 are unsure. More than 6 in 10 Americans say such an operation should have required congressional approval prior to action being taken. Meanwhile, people in our community with personal ties to Venezuela have mixed feelings too. ABC 10's Becca Habegger joins us live in studio. And Becca, you spoke with a man who now lives in Sacramento today, right?
Yeah, Alvaro Rodriguez was born and raised in Venezuela. He moved to the U.S. here in Sacramento nearly 3 decades ago. He has since become a U.S. citizen, but he has many friends and family members still in Venezuela. And his feelings on what is happening in his home country are mixed.
I was born in Venezuela, in Caracas. And in my 30s, I got a job offer from a company here in Sacramento, a software developer, and I have been here ever since.
Alvaro Rodriguez says he hasn't returned to Venezuela since 2008, but closely follows what's happening there.
I have my mom, my brother, cousins that are there, and I miss them dearly.
He learned the news late Friday night that the U.S. had physically removed Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro from power and the country.
It filled my heart with joy. I mean, this is the most ruthless dictator.
According to the United Nations Refugee Agency, nearly 8 million people have left Venezuela under Maduro's regime of nearly 13 years. Alvaro hoped this ouster signaled a change for good. But then he says he listened to President Donald Trump's news conference on Saturday.
And my heart sank because I was hoping to hear about change, democracy, and the American values that we stand for. And instead, I heard oil 28 times.
While some Venezuelans living in the U.S. have celebrated Maduro's ouster, Alvaro says he's taking his cues from people in his home country who are facing uncertainty.
I was talking to my uncle yesterday, and people were not looting in the streets. People were not dancing in the streets. People were buying groceries. People were buying water, supplies, gas, fuel in their cars. I'm getting ready for the days to come. I will dance in the streets of Sacramento when my fellow Venezuelans are dancing in the streets of cities and towns in Venezuela.
Now, Alvaro Rodriguez says part of his concern is that Maduro's second in command is now the acting president, that there hasn't been a regime change, just a change in who is leading that same regime. He says he's just holding his breath now and hoping for the best. Alex?
Thank you, Becca, for bringing us that story.